Former Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens CB Arthur Mallett has reportedly signed a one-year contract with the Houston Texans, per Cameron Wolfe on X. Mallett looking to repeat 2023 in Houston. Free agent CB Arthur Mallett tells me he signed a one-year deal with the Houston Texans. He's healthy and there for training camp. Mallett had a strong 2023 season as Ravens slot CB and blitzer but limited to 3 games in 2024 due to injuries. Mallett looking to repeat 2023 in Houston. Mallett is entering the 9th season of his career after initially entering the league as an undrafted free agent in 2017. He started to make a name for himself as a slot corner in Pittsburgh from 2021 to 2022 before leaving for the Ravens in free agency. He had a strong 2023 season with 2 sacks, 3 QB hits, 5 passes defended, and an interception. He cashed in with a 2-year deal ahead of 2024, but injuries derailed his season and landed him back on the free agent market this offseason. The Texans will be the 6th NFL franchise he has played for, along with the New Orleans Saints, Indianapolis Colts, New York Jets, Steelers, and Ravens. The fact that he's healthy is a positive development for Mallett, who missed 14 games last season. He had a knee injury that landed him on IR, but he then suffered a hamstring injury that sent him back to IR for the season. Before signing Brandon Echols, trading for Jalen Ramsey, or drafting Dante Kent, Mallett was considered an option for the Steelers with limited competition for Beanie Bishop Jr. in the slot. They now have the opposite problem: too many corners and a crowded competition in training camp starting this week. The contract details for Mallett are not yet known, but I would assume this is a veteran minimum contract at 32 years old. The Steelers won't play the Texans this season unless they face each other in the playoffs. It was a quiet, under-the-radar move this offseason, but it could be one that draws a great deal of attention during training camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. That would be the addition of veteran running back Kenneth Gainwell on a 1-year deal, the Pittsburgh Steelers teaming him with Jaylen Warren and rookie Caleb Johnson in the backfield under offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Given assistant GM Andy Weidl's familiarity with Gainwell from their time together in Philadelphia, it made sense why the Steelers added the experienced running back. But Steelers beat writer Brian Batko, during an appearance on the Post-Gazette's North Shore Drive podcast, believes Gainwell will be one of the camp standouts. And he could have a similar role to a running back from Arthur Smith's tenure in Tennessee as offensive coordinator, one Pitt fans should know well. Sort of the nominal RB3, but he could end up carving out a little bit bigger role than that. I think he's almost sort of Dion Lewis-esque in Arthur Smith's offense, Batko said of Gainwell, according to video via the show's YouTube page. If you remember, Dion Lewis had a really good season in Tennessee one year. But there's niche to be carved out there. There will be a lot of spotlight on the rookie, Caleb Johnson, but I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to be sort of half tailback, half wide receiver, slot receiver in what he's doing in this offense. And he's short, he's shifty, he's quick. Those players tend to make people miss and create some highlight reel type of plays in these settings. Gainwell is on the smaller side at just 5'9", but he's listed at 201 pounds and has held up well in the NFL. Last season with the Philadelphia Eagles, Gainwell rushed for 290 yards and a touchdown on 79 carries and added another 16 receptions in the Super Bowl-winning season. While he is behind Warren and Johnson in the backfield, there will be a role for Gainwell, much like there was with Lewis in Tennessee under Smith. Lewis, who starred at the University of Pittsburgh, played a key role behind Derrick Henry in 2018 with the Titans. That season, he rushed for 517 yards and a touchdown on 155 carries, adding another 59 receptions for 400 yards and a touchdown. He was the small, jitterbug-type running back, which is very similar to the style that Gainwell plays. So, that comparison from Batko is a strong one that could play out on the field as the Steelers could get creative with Gainwell and move him around, searching for ways to get him into space. Smith even stated after the Steelers signed Gainwell that he wasn't just a running back, which raised some eyebrows. After putting on a show against the Steelers last season as a member of the Eagles, making plays left and right, the Steelers should be able to find ways to have plenty of fun utilizing Gainwell. Football is finally making its long-awaited comeback as the Pittsburgh Steelers prepare for training camp. It is a time when jobs will be won and lost across the depth chart. There will be competition and spots up for grabs. Don't be shocked if a couple of names emerge from the shadows to dethrone a notable veteran or two when the 53-man roster gets situated. It's not common for a recent free agent addition to lose his job with his new team only a couple of months on the job. Brandon Echols signed a 2-year, $6 million contract with the Steelers when free agency began in March. He is a reliable depth player who could provide experience to the cornerback room. Since his addition, things have started to turn sour regarding his job security. The cornerback position remains questionable for the Steelers heading into training camp. They have starters at different positions, but the health of Darius Slay and the deployment of Jalen Ramsey are unknown. Joey Porter Jr. is a wild card as the inconsistent cornerback could either turn into a star or a dud going into a make-or-break campaign. Several questions need answers at the position during the preseason process. Pittsburgh Steelers could cut Brandon Echols from roster if he struggles at training camp. The first depth chart released by Mike Tomlin will be telling regarding Echols' chances of making the team out of camp. He should be a lock, but the addition of Ramsey and his lack of snaps at the slot cornerback position make his situation precarious. Although the veteran has experience at the position, the coaching staff's lack of desire to play him at different positions should be a red flag. Pittsburgh has plenty of potential options at the cornerback position who could earn a spot on the final roster. Corey Trice Jr. and Beanie Bishop are two up-and-coming cornerbacks who could push Echols for his backup position. Ideally, the Steelers would prefer for Trice and Bishop to jump ahead of a veteran when training camp concludes. It would boost their youth and potential in the secondary. Tomlin and general manager Omar Khan will probably keep 5 or 6 players at the position when players get released. Porter Jr., Slay, and Ramsey are the only locks to make the club. Everyone else will battle for positioning on the depth chart in hopes of keeping their jobs. Echols has an uphill battle as he must beat younger players who have an opportunity to progress into better players than he is. The decision to cut the veteran cornerback would be shocking. It's not every day the Steelers move on from a free agent signing that fast. His release would save Pittsburgh little cap space, so there is no incentive to cut him for cash savings. Echols might have the inside track to make the roster, but his failure to express his versatility this preseason could create another hurdle to overcome.